happening. Well, it says you're live. All right, everyone. Let's see. We have Facebook. We have YouTube. We have people are already starting to watch, which is good, which is very, very good. So, man, I call this an emergency podcast because, boy, let me tell you something. Carnival has made some major announcements yesterday, and I cannot wait to kind of go over with you. I have a special guest, Sarah, and we're going to just talk about all the different changes or new direction that Carnival will be going in over the next few years or so. I know I'm excited. I love Carnival. As you can see, I got my Carnival gear on. Sarah, I know I was asking her. She sells a lot of Carnival as well, and we're just two travel advisors that love the cruise, and we can't wait to kind of talk about some of the details. Who we have? Deborah. Hey, Deborah. Hey, everyone. Let me just do a sound check to make sure that everyone can hear us on all the platforms. And so we can get rocking and rolling. Let's see. Let's make sure. Okay, I can hear. So if you all want to try, this is going to be open conversation. So if you want to share your excitement about all the new announcements that is happening with Carnival, please, drop a comment, drop a question. If you have any questions, we'll try to be able to answer the questions. But without further ado, I am going to share with you all the latest announcement that came out yesterday, fresh off the press when it comes to Carnival Cruise Line. So let me share a video and we can get into it. Well, let me make sure you all can hear it. First of all, hold on, let me stop. Let's make sure. Nope. All right, let's make sure you all can hear it. First of all, hold on, let me stop. See, technical difficulties always happen. Hold on. Let's try this again. In fact, let's try it from a different. So I can't even hear it on my end. Let's see. You ready for the change in Baltimore? That's what Deborah is saying. She's ready for the change. I know a lot of people are going to be excited about the change in Baltimore. I need to make sure this is playing, and now I can't hear it. Well, if it's not playing, then let's. I'm gonna try a different route. Let's see. Try YouTube and see if it plays on there. And we can kind of go over the announcement. I don't know if they uploaded to YouTube yet. I really want you guys to hear it. All right. So the audio is not playing, but let me just go over the announcement and I can share it with you guys. So let's go over the announcement here. So the announcement came out, like I said yesterday. It says Carnival Cruise Line unveils an exciting innovation itinerary of new ships, fleet enhancements, deployment plans, in exclusive destinations, right? It says line lays out strategic plans to further solidify its position as a cruise industry innovator and leader. So as you can see here, this picture is of the new concept that they're going to have on Carnival Festival and Tropical that will be coming. They're going to do away. They're going to do away with the boat coaster, and they're enhancing the water park area. And so it says, building on a period of expensive growth, Carnival Cruise Line is outlining its strategic plans over the next 5 years, with its introduction of its innovation itinerary focused on 3 pillars: sailing the most fun fleet at sea, creating compelling experiences and destinations, and building more Carnival loyalists. The line's president, Christine Duffy, provided details on new ships, deployment, fleet enhancements, and exclusive destinations at a media briefing yesterday aboard Carnival Celebration at Port Miami. So that's what the video I was trying to have you all watch, because she was going to go over the details, but we're going to go through it section by section. So one of the first announcements that she mentioned is the new ships. So she revealed that the 4th ship in Carnival's award-winning Excel class will be named Carnival Festival. Continuing the tradition of giving these ships the names of the first Carnival ships that popularized cruise vacations for so many Americans. And Carnival Festival will start to sail spring of 2027 from Port Canaveral. Reservation itinerary details will be released this summer. So there will be a link that if you want to be one of the first to know about this announcement, I will be able to share that link to you all maybe a little bit later on today or in the comment section. So where you can, like I said, you could be one of the first to hear about it. So Carnival Festival will keep to what Carnival is all about being fun, and they will be bringing innovation, and they'll be also bringing 3 new zones, 2 of which are on deck 6, 7, and 8, which will celebrate music with new music-themed venues and immersive experiences representing the ways in which music brings people together. One zone is inspired by the process of creating music, using cutting-edge media, interactive moments, immersive sound, and transformative lighting to activate it throughout the cruise, while the other zone on deck 8 symbolizes the energetic vibes of outdoor music performances. So Carnival sells more than 1 million children per year. So Carnival wants to make sure that they are serving those families. And then also, too, Carnival Festival will feature 1,000 interconnecting rooms, nearly 70% more than the first 3 Excel ships. So as you can see from here, you can definitely see that Carnival is for certain focusing on families, especially with these next 2 ships. So the Family Harbor staterooms will be expanding. There will be a dedicated space for Carnival Turtles program, which is for children 6 months to 2 years, and more experiences for them on the open decks. They also will be enhancing the Carnival's youth programs to support additional programming. Carnival Festival will also feature a new outdoor zone on the top 3 decks named Sensation Point. So I'm going to actually show you guys that. So let me stop this. I want to show you all the picture. So as I go through it, you all will be able to see. Like, what are your thoughts, Sarah? What are your thoughts so far as like the announcement of like what Carnival is going to do with Carnival Festival?
I'm really excited for it. I think that most of their ships are sold out. So I think the larger ships and, the larger water park options is going to be a great thing for Carnival, because I know a lot of people sail Carnival, and I think it'll just add more fun to, the Carnival brand.
Cool. Yeah, I feel the same way too. So let's like dive a little bit into like what you all are seeing right now on this picture. And so that this new outdoor zone on the top 3 decks will be called Sensation Point. It is a vibrant, exhilarating family zone that promises endless entertainment, unforgettable memories for guests of all ages. So on deck 18, a main feature of Sensation Point is the Carnival Waterworks Ultra. So as you all know, every single ship basically has the Carnival Waterworks. But now with Carnival Festival and Tropical, it will be the Waterworks Ultra. And so it will be a family-friendly water park at sea, or the most family-friendly water park at sea, and the ultimate destination for splash and excitement. Like I mentioned, it will replace the boats and sea coaster. And this park will feature 6 slides, 4 which will be new to Carnival, 2 family raft slides, and in the spirit of catering to all ages, slides that allow guests as little as 3 feet tall. 2 different splash pads offer endless aquatic playtime with kid slides and spray toys, while dedicated baby splash areas that will let even the littlest cruisers get in on the fun. It said the Treehouse inspired elevated adventure trail and toddler areas provide dry play activities with plenty of shaded seating nearby. Your sports court, ropes course, jockey track, along with a new miniature golf course, outdoor games, and themed arcade spaces are also included in the zone. So in the video that with Christine Duffy, she did mention that there will be your standard arcade area, but you will also have an arcade area around this Sensation Point too. So that's going to be very different. Also too, which they may have heard from a lot of feedback, is that in the evening at Sensation Point, there will be vibrant illumination and the fun continues in the night with special evening events that will have extended water park hours in addition to a DJ and other activities. So this will be a first for Carnival to open waterworks at night and activate multi-deck zones for guests of all ages to enjoy together in the evening. So, what's your thoughts about that?
I love it. I mean, I think so many people hang out on the deck that it's just going to be another awesome thing to do on your cruise.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of times people still want to like hang out in the pool in the evening. And, with all like the cruise ships, basically, when it's time for dinner, you really don't see too many people in the pool area. And they kind of shut it down. So having, certain nights where they're, having a DJ and, having it's like kind of a nighttime water park party. I think it's going to be a really nice addition to what Carnival is trying to do.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's see what else they have going on. So, Festival is coming to Port Canaveral alongside the Mardi Gras, right? And so let me show you all another picture. Let me add this. So that's Carnival Festival right there. And so Carnival Festival will be doing seven day itineraries. And then the Mardi Gras will then be converted into doing shorter itineraries. So now we will have an opportunity, or new cruisers or those who can't do a 7-day cruise will now have an opportunity to go on a newer ship on a shorter itinerary and be able to enjoy what like the Mardi Gras has to offer in that way. I think that's a really good decision that Carnival is doing as far as adding larger, newer ship to our shorter itinerary. One of the things too with the new ships, there will be new dining options. They'll be developing new concepts, including a new dining outlet that will replace Shebang. So I don't know. Have you had Shebang before or Shebang? I don't even know how to properly pronounce it.
No, I haven't.
So it was it's on, if I'm not mistaken, it's on all three Excel class ships: Jubilee, Celebration, in Mardi Gras. And so it was like a Tex-Mex or like a Mexican and Asian. It was like one half of the menu was like Asian entree options that you could choose from, and then the other side was like a Mexican options. And it was like a weird combination to have like Asian food and Mexican food together.
Oh, sounds good. I'm hungry now.
It was, I don't know, like every time I would go past that particular venue, it wasn't a lot of people there. It wasn't like a place where you'd be like, oh, I have to go back to again. I don't know. I just think they could have done better with maybe combining two different types of cuisines together. And so I feel like that's probably the reason why they're going to be replacing it on these new two ships. So with that, everyone who's been on Mardi Gras celebration, all that, Guy's Burger's not going anywhere. Guy's Smokehouse, Picket Anchor Smokehouse is not going anywhere, and Shaq's Big Chicken is not going anywhere. So those three staples, which are very popular, will be on Festival and Tropical as well. So there'll be more dining options and details about it in the upcoming months. Then we have, which I'm going to show everyone, is Tropical. Looks the same. They have not made an announcement as far as where this ship will be departing from, but this ship will be delivered in the spring of 2028. Okay, so it will have a lot of the features that the festival will have, including some new concepts and theming for that particular ship. So that's something to kind of look forward to. But that's not it. That's not it. So in 2029, 2031, and 2033, Carnival's coming out what they call it right now, Project Ace. Right? It's a brand new class of ship, and it is going to have over 3,000 guest staterooms. 3,000 guest staterooms. And the ships will be the largest in the Carnival Corporation global fleet. It will offer more fun to the guests, and at full capacity, everyone, you hear? At full capacity, it will almost have 8,000 guests. So Carnival will now directly be, and they're already kind of competing as well with Royal Caribbean, but with the size of the ship, with almost 8,000, they're going to be competing with the Oasis class and the Icon class with Royal Caribbean as far as the largest ships in the world. So I'm really looking forward to what Carnival will do, what innovative things they will do as far as the ship. What are your thoughts on like these largest size ships? What do you think?
I'm excited for it. I think it just gives people more things to do and more options while they're cruising. And I think that, I mean, I'm an avid cruiser. I'm addicted. So I will always, love seeing the new ships and the new things. And I love that you can, go on some of these larger ships and not experience everything and then want to go back again so you can experience it,
Right.
The things that you missed out. So.
Right. Yep. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like I said, like I'm really looking forward to seeing, what new things can they come up with, because like it seems like it seems like with the cruise ships now that are coming out, they're focusing on like the water park area. Like when Icon came out, that was like 6 water slides. On that ship. Star of the Seas is going to be similar with the 6 water slides at that water park. Now I'm seeing like Norwegian Aqua with their water slide coaster. So it seems like the theme is like around the 3 major cruise lines. Is like, look, we need to do something with our water park area to kind of enhance it, bring a little bit more excitement to it, not just your regular old slide. So they're definitely trying some new things out, and they're expanding it and making it actually into like an actual water park. So I'm like I said, I'm just looking forward to seeing what can Carnival do.
Right.
Like, what can they do? Like, I'm really truly hoping for it, because I was talking to my wife yesterday. I'm like, I really hope that Carnival really gets into being just more innovative with their ships, like more technology with their ships, because I feel like they're behind the ball when it comes to some of the latest technology that like maybe like Royal Caribbean has, or maybe some things that like Norwegian has, or some other cruise lines. So if they're kind of able to catch up in some of those areas, man, Carnival has something, and then they get rid of some of their older ships. Carnival's right there. As always. All right, so let's talk more. I'm gonna go back to sharing my sharing the screen so we can look at some more announcements. What do you guys think? Matter of fact, let me stop this real quick. We got to get with the audience. Let's see. Chanel says yes, and the kids sometimes don't want to leave early, so this is nice. So yeah, so the water park, like I said, the having extended hours throughout the week where you can spend more time in the water park area, especially during the summer, because it's it's warmer, it's more daylight as well, and it is like 9:00, 9:30, you're able to go hang out at the water park. I think that's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Daryl says not happy that Mardi Gras sailings will be shorter. Well, look, man, these cruise lines follow each other. You gotta think about it. Royal Caribbean with Utopia of the Seas, right? They have shorter itineraries, and that's a massive ship. They are, I think Wonder is going to be doing shorter cruises as well. What I think they're doing is they want to maximize. They want to appeal. It's a newer ship, so the Mardi Gras is a newer ship. It can hold a lot more cruise guests. They get to take that ship to Celebration Key and these other private island areas, and that's what the cruise lines are really kind of focusing on. Especially if everyone has been kind of paying attention. I don't know if you all have, because we'll soon talk about what Carnival is going to be doing as far as Celebration Key. And then another area, Honduras, is that they're building these larger ships, right? And these larger ships cannot go into a lot of the ports. So what the focus has been is that they're building like these beach clubs in areas where the larger ships can go to. So instead of you going to a regular island, say like Aruba or these other like Curacao or these other destinations where they can't take the much larger ships, they're focusing on getting their money back. Return on investment. So if they're going to spend all this money to build up these areas that have a beach club or a private island area, then of course they're going to send their ships to these places versus the other destinations. And so that is kind of what the focus on. You can see it with Royal Caribbean. You now seeing it with Carnival. I think I heard some things about Norwegian as well. So that's what they're doing. That's what the focus is doing, is having these private areas where you don't have to deal with other people, other tourists that are on the islands. It's just you and the cruise passengers that are on your ship, and you're able to just enjoy it to yourselves. So that's what the focus on. Chanel said that's too many people for me. Look, I mean, a lot of people ask me about like the Royal Caribbean ships that are larger, like it's too many people, but you honestly do not. You do not feel it doesn't feel like there's 6,000-7,000 people on a ship because there's so many areas, there's so many things that's going on. You will never notice that, oh my goodness, there's 7,000 people. So
yeah.
It means longer lines. That's not true. I don't know about you, your experience. I don't know what's the largest ships you've been on, Sarah. Have you experienced longer lines on? Have you been on larger ships?
I haven't been on the newest large ones with Royal, but I've been, on fairly large ships, and I've never really had to experience waiting or, massive lines or anything like that. It's always been. I feel like they manage it very, very well.
Yeah, I feel the same way too. I feel like I said, it's so many different. It's more options for people to go to eat dinner or to even the shows. So it's rare that you're going to see maybe really long lines, or you're having to wait a really long time for a venue. So, but yeah, they do a really good job. I'm going to need them to rent a scooter.
There's a lot of scooter rentals.
Yep. Got to rent a scooter. Everyone's going to have to rent a scooter on these ships because I've been telling people for the last couple of years that these cruise lines they don't want to go smaller. They want to get larger.
Well, the demand is there. I mean, most of them sell out. So,
right.
I mean, people want more options and more ships and more itineraries. So,
yep. The older way of cruising is going out the window, and they had to appeal to the newer generations of those new generations of who wants to cruise. And people who want to cruise now, they want variety. They want more variety. They don't want it to be stale, right? When you go on a cruise, it's really not that much to do. There are cruise lines and cruise ships for that, but for the majority, especially for like Royal, Carnival, Norwegian, they're going to. I mean, Norwegian's kind of like they're not getting. You know what? They are getting a little bit larger too. I forgot they made some announcements, but yeah, if it's selling out, they're going to continue to do it. 8,000 passengers, way too much for me. I understand the business decision and file RCO. Just want my favorite ship to have a 7-day itinerary. Well, Daryl, you got to make Festival now your new favorite ship. I mean, it's going to replace the Mardi Gras, so you might as well that'll be your new favorite. Been on Aces of Seas, love the size and all they had to offer. Yeah, yep, some good size ships. All right, cool. So let's get back into some more details. We're almost through everything. So deployment updates. So as I mentioned, Festival will be coming 2027. Will be replaced. Mardi Gras will then do short cruises from the same home port. So Port Canaveral will have Carnival Mardi Gras doing shorter itineraries, and then you have Carnival Festival that's going to be doing its longer itineraries, the 7 days, the 8-day itineraries. All right. So you have that. Then you also have the secondary markets that Christine Duffy mentioned about is year-round starting in 2027. Mobile, Alabama will start to have year-round sailings. And then Carnival is moving a larger Conquest class ship to Baltimore in 2027 that will accommodate about 1,000 more guests in the Carnival Pride, the Spirit class ship currently deployed from Baltimore. So a lot of you have been following me because I run one of the groups that used to be just focused on Baltimore. And I know a lot of you who are watching can be excited that finally Baltimore will have a different class ship leaving out of Baltimore. So now you have a larger ship, and you have more things to something different, something new for the Baltimore area. And I know that it will do well because the Pride and the Legend and all that, all the Spirit class ships does very well from Baltimore. All right, so 2026. If everyone can see this picture, Mahogany Bay, Carnival's destination in Roatan, Honduras, will be renamed Isla Tropical and expanded to include a pool with a swim-up bar and cabanas. So further enhancements will also include an expanded beach and a beach club. Okay, so this is a rendering for Mahogany Bay area. Like I said, these cruise lines are focusing on creating a beach club experience where you don't have to book an excursion and go somewhere else to enjoy a really nice beach, a pool area. Everything will be right there, and you can just enjoy yourself in these different beach clubs that they're creating. So, have you been to Mahogany Bay? I haven't been.
I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be going for the first time in November, so looking forward to it. All right, so guest experience, something that a lot of us that's been following Carnival. There has been quite a few things that I've been noticing in different forums that we want from Carnival, right? Enhancing the guest experience. And so back in 2011, Carnival focused on the Fun Ship 2.0. And I don't know if you all remember that, but with the Fun Ship 2.0 is where Carnival started to really do refurbishments to their ships. And then they started to add on like God's Burger, Blue Iguana Cantina. They started to update their ships. Instead of having a lot of the ships had that Renaissance theme to the ship, they started to make it more modern looking. And they just added more fun things to the ship. So since then, you really haven't heard too much of the guest experience. And so what they're going to do is they want to enhance the guest experiences on ships. They want to continue to innovate. So they will be evolving the guest experience on its existing ships by making strategic enhancements. Changes will include the core modernizations, new dining, beverage, and entertainment experiences that will draw from features and concepts that will be introduced on its new ships. More details will be revealed as dry dock and enhancement plans are finalized. So a lot of people have been talking about the dining. I'm hoping that they do something with their beverage package because it says beverage on here. So hopefully they are hearing people. I feel like they should offer more options rather than just the cheers package and just the bubbles package. If they have like a middle package in between, that would be great. Or if it's just maybe like a coffee package or something, hopefully, hopefully Carnival does something to where it caters to more people who want to drink. Everyone may not want to drink alcohol. So if they offer something different, I think it'll be good. Anything about the guest experience? Anything that you think that they should add or
I just think they're listening, and I think that they're changing things. I mean, of course, cost is always going to have to go up because that's just what happens in the world. But I think that they're always trying to change and customize to what the guests are wanting.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, so destinations. All right, so the innovation itinerary that I mentioned at the very beginning, it's not just about the ships and the different deployments and all of that. It's also about the destinations. So it says Carnival Corporation already has the largest collection of cruise destinations across the Caribbean and Mexico. Carnival Cruise Line As the largest year-round operator in these regions, is aligned their frequencies destinations the most. Given this, the destinations are being enhanced and will be marketed as the new Paradise Collection by Carnival. That's what it's going to be called. Paradise Collection by Carnival. That will include Celebration Key, that's about to open, Relax Away Half Moon Key, that will be opening, and then as I just went over, Mahogany Bay with Isla Tropical. And so it says the first exclusive destination is designed for Carnival guests is Celebration Key, opening in July of 2025. And so it says it will offer guests Ultimate Day in Paradise. 20 Carnival ships from 10 U.S. home ports on more than 1,400 sailings are already open for sale and will make visits to Celebration Key through 2027. So all I know is that I need to get on one of these shorter cruises because I don't have any Carnival cruises planned for this year, but I will have. I need to hop on one of these shorter itinerary cruises so I can check out Celebration Key because I don't want to be left out. So.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any plan for?
I don't, but I'm hoping I'm gonna win a free one.
Oh, okay. I see you.
Hey, I did my training. I got.
Okay.
I'm excited about Celebration Key.
Okay. All right. Good. God. Well, I hope you do. But yeah, I am definitely excited about Celebration Key. Like I'm definitely excited. There are some things that I wish they would change a bit. Now I don't know if they will once people get there. But as far as like the dining and all that, but as far as what they're offering, it looks beautiful from what I've been seeing. So, all right. So next is Relax Away Half Moon Key, which is everyone loves Half Moon Key. I'm not gonna lie, it's probably one of the most beautiful beaches, crystal clear water. Probably one of the best beaches I've ever been to. If you're a beach person, Half Moon Key is that spot. It is that it is the. I can't rave enough about how beautiful that water is. Like I've always looked at videos where you can see straight through, not murky water, like crystal, like clear water, and Half Moon Key has it. And so they are expanding this particular area. They're adding a pier because a lot of you who have maybe tried to go to Half Moon Key may have been turned away because that is it's a stop where you have to get the water shuttles or like the tender boats. And if it's bad weather, they have to like cancel the stop. So now Carnival is going to be building a pier, so they won't have necessarily that issue. I mean, it could happen, but they will probably rarely have to call away any ships unless it's like extremely bad weather. And then that pier will be able to support Excel class ships. So now here you go. You have another private area. Now you have the newer, larger ships that will be able to go to Half Moon Key, where right now they cannot. And Project Ace as well, ships will be able to go to Half Moon Key, Half Moon Key area. So the expansion is focused on unlocking more of the beach paradise Carnival guests love, making sure to preserve the pristine beach and lush natural beauty of the island paradise. And it says the destination's enhancements will begin to be completed by summer of 2026 and continue through the end of the year. All right, so that's Relax Away Half Moon Key. I mentioned about Mahogany Bay, which will be coming in 2026. So some exciting things happening for different destinations that Carnival will be running in next year. Now, the last bit is what a lot of people have been complaining about. And what I've been voicing I don't want to say complaints, but I've always mentioned that Carnival, y'all need to create a better loyalty rewards program. Please, your competitors are killing you all with what they're offering compared to what is being offered with Carnival. And so Christine Duffy rounding out the event by confirming that Carnival will be enhancing its existing loyalty program, the details of which are expected to be announced this summer, with enhancements taking effect in 2026. She states that Carnival has an incredibly loyal and passionate fan base who are advocates for our brand, our crew, and the amazing vacations we deliver. We've had an existing VIFP loyalty recognition program in place since 2012. And as our fleet and business have grown, so has the VIFP program, she said. As we continue to grow, we are modifying the program to unlock greater value and engagement for our loyal guests. Okay? So there will be an announcement sometime this summer about the enhanced VIFP, if it's still going to be called that, that will start in 2026. So how do you feel about that?
I think it's exciting. I mean, I think that's one of the things that makes people come back is, you know, the perks and the benefits that they get. So
right.
I think it's just going to create more brand loyalty.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, loyal Carnival guests, and so you don't want them to. Carnival don't want them to be lost by, you know, going to another cruise line, because they're like, you know, these benefits are better on another cruise line. So for them to hopefully add more value to it, I think it will help Carnival out.
Yeah.
So let me just add, this is I did not mention, let me remove this. This is Relax Away, Half Moon Cay. Look how beautiful that is. So that's going to be, like I said, in addition to your regular Half Moon Cay area, this Relax Away area of Half Moon Cay. And I think that's it. I think that's everything that this is Celebration Cay here. This is the last update, I think, if I'm not mistaken, like last month sometime. So this is the hottest thing that's being talked about right now. All right, so let's see what else people are asking. So this is the opportunity to you all for questions. So if you have any questions about what we went over, feel free. Erica, are you saying there will be 2 ships leaving from Baltimore now? From that press release, it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem that it's going to be 2 ships. Like, I've been answering this question in the Facebook group, and I'm just thinking about it, and I could be wrong, right? I'm just thinking about it from my thought process is that I don't know if how they will be able to handle 2 ships in Baltimore, right? I know there's some things going on with Royal Caribbean. I don't know if Royal Caribbean will be coming back, but if Royal Caribbean will continue to cruise, having 3 ships is not logistically possible because of the parking area. I don't know, Sarah, have you ever cruised out of Baltimore?
I haven't.
Okay, so Baltimore is like a smaller cruise port area. It's nowhere close to like Port Canaveral or Miami or Fort Lauderdale. It's very small. It's one small terminal, and that one terminal is utilized by Royal Caribbean and Carnival. So I just don't see them having 3 ships there. So I'm thinking that the Conquest class ship will come and the Pride will go somewhere else. That's just my thought process, because that parking lot is not going to be able to hold 3 sailings in 1 week. It just can't. So that's just my thought. Daryl says, need the chairs package apply to private islands. Yeah, I was very surprised that with Celebration Cay, as you all can see here, I'm very surprised that you cannot use your drink package on Celebration Cay. I don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't.
Yeah.
Why can the other cruise lines use their drink package on the island and Carnival? I would love to know why. Why not? Let's see what else. All I do at Heavenly Kids float and swim all day. Yes. Daryl says I'm excited about the potential changes to the loyalty program. Just hope to get it right. Yeah, I agree too. I definitely hope. I really think that they are listening. They are seeing what everyone wants. And like I said, just all they have to do is look at their competitors and see what they're offering and try to either match it or do something similar that will create, more value, and it will hopefully make the guests more appreciative of, cruising. If you got people who are cruising, they cruise nothing but Carnival and they got 20, 30, 40, cruises, they should feel valued, right? And what they're getting. Erica says, I'm getting married on the Pride 2027. Was curious. So usually the new itineraries will start like May onward. So right now, if I don't know, 2026. So there should be itineraries up to April of 2027. So I'm assuming probably after April is where the conquest will probably take over after April of 2027 from Baltimore. And congratulations, Erica, for getting married. Congratulations. Anything else? Anything else you guys are excited about? What we went over? Any questions before we go? And I appreciate you, Sarah, for coming on and giving your input. So yeah, Erica, like there's no guarantee, to be honest with you, but I mean, I can't say that Carnival, well, she responded, I can't say Carnival won't make a change, right? I can't say that in January they may say, oh, we're changing ships. I don't think they're going to do that. I think that they're going to, when the new itineraries come out at the end of this year, in the beginning of 2026, you will see Carnival Conquest probably starting May 2027 onward. That's just my thought process. So, well, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you hanging out with me.
I'm excited about all the changes.
Yeah, definitely. All right, everyone, well, thank you so much for, like I said, this is the Emergency Podcast. I just wanted to let you all know about all the latest updates for Carnival Cruise Line. I will see you all next week as I will cover my day 2 on Virgin Voyages. Day 2 part 1 was just dropped about an hour ago on my YouTube channel over at Mike the Travel Lover. So if you want to see what I did in Key West, because that is what is the newest video I just released today on my YouTube channel. I did a foodie tour in Key West. So if you are thinking about going to Key West, or if Key West is on your itinerary for Virgin Voyages or even another cruise line, I think this will be a really good option to see, like, hey, I love food. And I was able to try out a lot of different places, local places in Key West. And so hopefully that could be very helpful the next time that you all go. Well, thank you once again. And I will talk to you all soon. This is Travel Unplugged. Everyone have a good night.